Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing so that you do not miss future videos. Like this video, if you don't learn one or two things in this video, I guarantee you at least I'm going to give you some good entertainment. So the least that you can do for me is to like the video. If you're looking to download stuff, Forex robots, indicators, books, and stuff like that, there are links in the description box below. Visit those links and see if you cannot find what you're looking for. You can always leave a request in the comment section below. I will try my best to find the things that you are looking for. Many people also ask me about the broker that I use. The link is in the description box below. One of the best brokers in the world, award-winning broker. So go ahead and sign up with them. Now let's go to our video. In this video, I'm just going to talk about the various time frames that we have on our charts and how you can actually use them. We have different time frames on our charts for a reason, and when you understand how to use them, you then are able to to use them to your advantage and to make everything work. What you're seeing here, obviously, let me just close this so that we have a full screen. What you are seeing here basically is what a system that I use personally. I just developed it. If you also want to download this system, there are videos on this channel where you actually can download it, and I've given you how I use it and everything, the settings, everything I've given you for free. Everything that we do on this channel is for free. Okay, so let's break down the time frames that we have on our charts and how you can best use them. Maybe the what we want to do is to actually start on the higher time frame. Uh, it's up to you. We can go up to monthly, but I think I prefer starting on the weekly time frame. And here I'm just using the dollar index. You can use whatever currency pair that you want to use, or whatever instrument that you are trading. I think where you want to start is on the weekly or the daily, but you can start on the weekly. There, we don't trade the weekly. We are not going to trade the weekly unless we are taking positions, unless we are like position traders. For example, here you can see a position trader will probably bought here. I'm just giving a random example. Nobody trades at the dollar index. If just a theory, if let's say we traded the dollar index, if a position trader had taken a buy here, and that's the beginning of last year, they could have rode it all this way up to today. It's still just going up. So what does the weekly give us? It gives us the overall trend. It gives us the bigger picture. Where are we going with what the pair? What's the trend? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Where are we going with that trend? And on that weekly time frame, we are is also able to spot key levels, which is one way I love to trade as well. Key levels. So that's the use for what the weekly time frame. So if you're going to be analyzing any pair, any asset and stuff, and you're interested in where is it going, and you want to be also going with the trend, you can start with the weekly time frame, or you can start with the daily. I know people will just don't care about the weekly and the monthly and just want to start on the daily. You can start with the daily, and from there you want to spot the key trend as well as the key levels that you just want to plot out. Then let's just drop down to the daily, another popular time frame. So the daily, yes, of course, there are people who actually trade on the daily. There are people who for example, you are always working, and you run a business, or you whatever, you've got a very tight schedule, you cannot afford to trade the lower time frames. There are people that I know who actually just analyze things on weekends, and market open, they take their position and they just hold it. Obviously, they are going with the trend of the weekly. So the daily is also where we find zones where we actually get swing trading, swing trading entries. Now, not exactly entries, but marking zones for our swing entries. On the weekly, I mentioned positions. Now, on our daily, we're actually marking zones that we can actually pay attention to when it comes to what to be trading swing trades. You can see everything here clearly on my chart. You can see everything clearly here. This is the daily. Simple. Again, in a theoretical world, a person would have bought here and just held everything simple without doing anything, and just rode it up to where we are today. That's why I always say to people, if you're struggling with the lower time frames, switch to higher time frames. Of course, the problem is people want to always be in the market, and the higher time frames, they don't present opportunities every day. So for people, it's boring because they always want to be what? To be trading every day. They want to be in a position. That's why people switch to lower time frames. It's fine and good. People must do the things that work for them. Then from the daily, you plotted your levels on the weekly, you plotted your levels on the daily, you understand your key zones, you understand your key levels. Then you drop down to the 4 hourly. Here we are going to find good entry zones for intraday trading. Intraday trading. If you're an intraday trader, you don't swing, you don't do anything. Here you can find good opportunities for intraday trading because our zones have been marked. We understand where the trend is going, where it's coming from, what potential it has, and things like that. So the 4 hourly, we are now going to look forward for entry zones, entry zones, entry zones for our intraday trading. And the 4 hour also works well with Fibonacci. I think in previous videos I mentioned that personally I don't use Fibonacci. I tried to use it. I tried to learn Fibonacci. It didn't work out for me. It didn't make sense for me. So I stick to what works for me now. I just stick to what works for me. If you are using Fibonacci, you want to implement it on the 4 hourly. People tend to use Fibonacci on like 50 minutes and stuff, and sometimes they got caught out on the wrong side of the market, and they are wondering what's happening because Fibonacci did this. You want to use it probably on the 4 hourly. Then what you then also want to do is for some people, then that's where they drop down to the hourly, obviously more intraday trading on the 1 hour, or most people will go to one other popular time frame. Can you guess a more popular time frame? 2 seconds. Can you guess the more popular time frame for price action trading? 15 minutes. Most people, you find, if you are trading and you are looking for price action, you are looking for good entries and confirmations like patterns, flags, and things like that. Most people are going to drop down to what? To the 15-minute time frame. So once you spot an opportunity, now we are putting together. Let's say you are on the weekly, and obviously you understand where the trend is going. You've got your zones marked out. and you went to the daily and everything is all good and fine, and obviously on the 4 hourly and everything is checking out, what then people do is then some people stick with the 1 hour, some people actually go down to the 15-minute time frame to find those sniper entries, to now find those good entries, because everything there has already been marked. Now what? You are now looking for those sniper entries, because let's face it, on the 4 hour time frames, sometimes you might yes trade in the direction of the trend and everything is good, but sometimes it's hard to take those sniping entries on what, on the 4 hourly. So that's why people then drop down to the 15 minute. Then you can simply catch a breakout of this right on the dot. Right on the dot, as it breaks out, you get in. That's how people then get those sniper entries. If this video has opened your eyes or helped you in some way in understanding how to use different time frames, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Guys, I'll see you in the next videos. Bye.